collections that lie there in that old curiosity shop.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. I'm Scott from the Old Curiosity Shop, welcoming you into my warm and festive kitchen. Today is the first of several vintage Christmassy glass items that I'm going to be placing up for sale. This is Monday, and I should be back tomorrow night. I should be back Wednesday night, 3 in a row. That's my plan anyway. Small hauls of glass that I've been collecting over the last 6 months to bring to you, maybe to incorporate into your holiday decorating. Now, everything here is already listed in the Old Curiosity Shop, and it's all going to run for 7-day auctions. So check it out, visit often. There's better pictures, more quality, and lots of detail. I'll quickly go ahead and tell you that nothing that you see on this counter has a chip or a crack. It's all shiny clean, no dishwasher damage. You know I wash everything. You saw me in the kitchen sink the other day. So before I begin, I'll just zoom in on my hot tea. I do sometimes drink hot tea, and I like it strong and black. No cream or sugar in my hot tea. And you say, well, now, Scott, you've got all this festive Christmas over here. What are you doing drinking out of an amber cup? Well, you know me. I don't do a lot of decorating before Thanksgiving, so it's still orange and black and amber and the wonderful colors of fall around here. But I wanted to get the Christmas listed so I could get it in the mail and get it to everybody for the holiday season. Alright, let's see what's what. Right in the middle are 6 wonderful mugs. They're probably from the 1970s, but could be the late 60s. They're super clean, there's no stains, and there aren't any scratches on the inside. Who made them, I'm not sure. You can see that sort of pebbled effect, which reminds me a lot of either Glass Bake or Federal. But there's no mark on the bottom, so who knows? 6 glass mugs, white milk glass on the inside, and this wonderful red on the out. And they're not faded or anything, and the red paint is really good on those. Wouldn't that be fantastic, filled with hot chocolate? I don't know why I got so excited when I said hot chocolate, but I guess I can't hide my love for the holiday season. In one auction, it's sort of a grab bag of glass over here. Now, obviously, that's Fenton's Moonstone, and that was made from 1941 to 46, I think. A little nappy. By the way, the candy canes and the spice drops are not included. They will all add to my increasing waistline over the holiday season, which is okay. Alright, but you get the little Moonstone nappy from the 40s. a pretty little, we always call these toothpicks, I guess. EPAG, sort of early American pressed or cut glass. I don't know who made this thing, but it's pretty, and I'm throwing it in with this. What could you do with that? You could put one chestnut in there to put next to your fire. And this, I still don't know who made this. Now, it's not a swan. Okay, it sort of looks like a swan. I've seen these dishes before with an actual swan's head. And I know that in the 60s it was popular to have chip and dip sets where this hangs on a metal rod over the bowl. But I believe this to be an older piece from the 1930s. That's my feeling on it, and I think it's made by one of the better glass companies. It very well may have had another bowl that matched it, and of course, you know, this would, well, I don't really have anything here that would work, but that kind of thing, you know, where you put it over the edge and it sort of hangs. So I don't really know. Cambridge, Fostoria, Duncan Miller, New Martinsville. It's pretty, and it could be used just like that as a candy dish. So all three of these together in one shot. And then we'll go back to Fenton over here again. Their Silver Crest line was enormously popular, as well as Ruby Crest and Emerald Crest, and what was the blue color? Blue Crest? I don't remember. But pattern that I think was introduced in the 50s, certainly was popular from the 60s and even into the 70s. And this one is Silver Crest because it's milk glass with the clear glass ruffled edge that doesn't have any silver on it, but it just looks silvery because it's clear. I guess that's why they called it Silver Crest. And I don't think this one is marked Fenton on the bottom. I'm pretty certain it's not. I don't want to spill my candy, so we won't turn it upside down, but I think it's not marked, so it's going to be a pre-1971 piece. You know, there's going to be a lot of Anchor Hocking here today because their ruby red and forest green looks great together. Now back there are three big 9-inch forest green jars, vases, and they're all in the sandwich pattern. I'll pull one out so you can see it. Now, I had to think a lot. Should I sell all three together? That would be a big box. Or break it up into 3 auctions. And I've broken it up into 3 auctions to give 3 different folks chances to win one of these. Or you could buy all 3. Boy, wouldn't that look nice, all 3 of these on a big dining room table with some kind of an arrangement in the middle. In the 1950s, and all 3 are in really nice condition. There's actually a photograph that shows all 3 of these together. Well, I guess you don't need that. You're looking at all 3 together right now. I hope the music behind me isn't too loud. Let me just give it a notch down on the volume. Hold on for just a second. That's that Christmas Jazz CD that I thrifted. Okay, also made by the Anchor Hocking Company is Ruby Red. Now, Ruby Red came out in the 30s and the Forest Green in the 1950s, but they made it through the 60s. Here's what they call the pineapple vase. For obvious reasons, ignore my fingerprints. And sometimes the perimeter of the top is ruffled, and sometimes it's not. On this one, it's not ruffled, and these came in many different colors. I think I've shown you some of the different colors that you could acquire this vase in from Anchor Hocking, but this is the ruby red, royal ruby red. And of course these pieces are never marked, but they did have labels on them. Look at all the wonderful old scratches on the bottom of that, from being slid around somebody's table for years and years and years. You will have to get a little bit of the muck out of the inside, but it's not sick glass. It's just I didn't have a scrubber that could really get in there and do the trick. I really should have done that, but I didn't do it. That's a treat. Okay, so And that's, oh, almost a 12-inch. 12-inch? No. These aren't 9 inches. Did I say that? Well, I'm getting it all confused. The measurements are on the auction site. Before I talk about the rest of the glass, a few of the vintage Christmas decorations you see in the back, that's not a family piece. That's something I picked up, I think, last year. And it's the Noma Merry Christmas tree topper from the 1930s. And sometimes the center is Bakelite, and sometimes it's this wonderful chrome. And I love this. Very 1930s. And I've got vintage bulbs in it and everything. The wonderful bottle brush trees are old. They are going to date, and I've got a collection of about, maybe 7 of them. And they all date from the 1930s, 40s, and 50s. That one needs to be glued back in there. That's about to fall out, so I'll do that. And then the 2 candles did come out of my grandparents' house. If you watched last night's video, or either maybe the night before, I showed you an old picture of my dad on the floor playing with his father on Christmas Day. There were some candles in the windows, not these, I have those, but I haven't gotten them out yet. But this was theirs as well, and it was packed up in the house after everyone passed away and things were being distributed and sold, and boy, I grabbed everything that I could. So I have those, just those 2. I don't know why they only had 2. I suppose some got lost or broken, who knows, but I'm happy to have those 2. So I appreciate you letting me talk to you about those. Now, I'm not sure who made these milk glass candlesticks, but they're beautiful, sort of in a colonial pattern here with the little handle on them. And it's milk glass, they're not marked. We think a lot of Westmoreland and Fenton and Imperial made a lot of milk glass. But these are pretty, and they come in that red box back there. So the original box you'll get along with these milk glass candlesticks. Speaking of Westmoreland, yes, Westmoreland, not Imperial. This is a Westmoreland candy dish made of milk glass on a pedestal in the English hobnail pattern. And very nice. This probably dates to the 50s as well. What's your favorite color of Spice Drop? I love them all. I just love a Spice Drop, I'll tell you. And then back to anchor hocking again. Here are a couple of pieces that are going to be grouped together in one auction. A royal ruby red vase, little vase. And the maple leaf candy dish. I find these usually in the royal red. I don't often find them in the forest green. So here's one in forest green. They also came in jadeite, and I think they might have made them in peach luster as well. You can collect a whole bunch of these. Be fun to serve dessert out of. But I'm just offering these 2 pieces together in one auction. So I think that covers everything in this grouping. Let me stand back up and back up. Did we cover everything? I believe so. Alright, I hope you enjoyed watching. And don't forget, it's all listed now, and as I said, I'll be back tomorrow night and hopefully Wednesday night. I'm on my way now to get some firewood because it's cold in the Northeast and it's only going to get colder, and I think it's time to get the logs lit. The cat says yes. Okay, so we'll do it. Okay, folks, I'm Scott from the Old Curiosity Shop, saying thanks for watching, and so long for now.